very happy to be sharing with you my stint and contact with the Antony and Sally Timel when the late Antony was still alive. So since 2007, I've traveled to South Africa many times in 2007, in 2009 and 10, and then later 2015 and so forth. So during my visit, I had time to listen to the two sharing their stories. So what was very inspiring for me, you see, is that when you listen to these people, they were so much grounded. They were so much grounded in communities. So my first taking is that when you go to the community, when you listen to the communities, you realize that communities are very sick. This is what I learned from the community. We take so many things for granted. If we see communities, if we see people walking up and down, but if you go inside them, you do listening surveys, you see that the communities are very sick. There are things that make them cry. There are things that make them sad. There are things that are not okay in their lives. So listening surveys is a way of going into the community was my first take-in. So when you listen to the communities, there are so many issues that are political, that are social, that are economic, that are so disturbing in the communities. So this is what I learned from Antony. The other thing I learned from Antony as we celebrate her birthday today is that you need to do a participatory communication with the community, to do dialogues. When you go to the communities, you sit with them, you listen to them, you also ask questions to dialogue with them in order to solicit information, in order to solicit these generative themes, which we call, the way we call them in training for transformation, the generative things. So they've inspired me, like, formerly I was a teacher, teaching in the classroom. So my contact with Antony changed my life altogether. From being from the classroom, from a top to down approach, lecturing approach, to a dialogue approach, my life completely changed. So over the years, I have used these skills and knowledge which I learned from the books of Sally Timel and Antony to engage with the communities, and I'm so happy that I've also seen some transformation in communities in the way people were awakened through our dialogues, through our impact. People changed for the better. The way they participated in community activities, for example, the way they participated in economic activities. All these things are the impact of our organization. As you can see from this side, these pictures show community engagements, community dialogue, from women's participation to economic participation, people doing poultry, people producing peanut butter, and so forth, bread production. But most importantly, women's participation as they raise their concern to fight against the ills of society, such as gender-based violence and sexual violences which can be. So I'm very happy to remember today the life of Antony, and I continue to say, rest in power, our mentor, our founder in training for transformation. I thank you.